Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tim O'Connor, and you are watching Portal TV. Let me fix my light here real quick. Always something, somehow, some way, right? Anyway, today for SyTech, instead of getting into the science and technology and things like that, we also talked about doing more enjoyable things on the side, such as food, and not that science and technology isn't enjoyable, mind you, because I trip all over myself here as usual, and movies. So we're going to talk about movies today. That is near and dear to my heart. I've always been a movie aficionado, and most importantly, it's part of my business with my home tech company, which does high-end home theater systems for homes or corporate venues such as banquet halls for hotels, etc., and all that good stuff. You know, you push the button, the lights fade, the shades go down, the projecting screen gets lowered from the ceiling, and everything's automatic. We do that type of stuff. Having said all that, obviously I've been in the movie industry for quite a while and been a big special effects aficionado for years and years. So we're going to talk about some movies today. And what I'm going to talk about is some of what's considered the most risky ventures of this year. Right off the bat is Noah. Noah, of course, big biblical reference, came out just this past weekend, last Friday I believe it is, 28th, has a $130 million budget and did $47 million right off the bat. Now, that's good. What's interesting about that is, let me get over to my screen here. What's interesting about that is it has been sort of de-religionized, so it doesn't treat it as if it's a biblical reference. So it'll be interesting to see how the movie does overall for its entire time period. Second movie I want to talk about is one that was around when I was a kid. Well, not a kid, young adult, is RoboCop. Now, it was expected that this movie was not going to do very well. It's already come out. It came out back in February, I believe. And domestically, for a $110 million budgeted movie, it didn't do very well. Stateside, it only did a total of $57 million gross, which means it would be a failure. Worldwide, though, it did $240 million. So I'm sure we're going to see a follow-up to this movie soon. Whoops. Next movie on the list, let me stop this real quick, is very anticipated. I had this on pause. Believe me, trust me. And this is X-Men Future Past. This is a movie with a $225 million budget. Highly anticipated. Comes out on May 23rd. I'm going to show you the preview to this now, and you tell me what you think.
So many battles waged over the years. And yet, none of them like this. Are we destined to destroy each other? Or can we change who we are and unite? Is the future truly set? Mutants, we now find ourselves on the edge of extinction. You'll need to go into the past to end this war before it ever begins.
Use your power. Bring the X-Men together.
It's going to take the two of us, side by side at a time when we couldn't be further apart.
You took the things that mean the most to me. Maybe you should have fought harder for them.
There is a new enemy out there. Mutants. You'll need a new weapon for this war.
I know what I have to do. It's us or them.
All those years wasted fighting each other, Charles.
I've watched a lot of people die. Friends.
We've been given a second chance.
Guide us. lead us.
I don't want your future! We were supposed to protect them! You're afraid. I remember.
Now that's a highly anticipated movie coming out again on May 23rd. Now this other one, this next one coming up is very interesting indeed, and it's called Jupiter Ascending. And someone in my chat just asked me whether I had made these. No, these are just the previews that are available off YouTube. There's a couple movies I wanted to discuss today that allow us to see what the most risky ventures this year are supposed to be. Now there's obviously a lot of other movies, but these are the big blockbusters for the summer. Jupiter Ascending is starring Mila Kunis, and it's a $200 million movie. But what's interesting about it is it's the Wachowski brothers, I think that's how you pronounce their name, are the ones who are doing this movie. And they most recent, except for their highly successful Matrix series, which, you know, put them in the limelight for just about any budgeted movie they wanted to do afterwards. Unfortunately, they did Speed Racer, which was pretty strange. And then they did Cloud Atlas. Both of those movies together did not gross $200 million. So the fact that the MGM is budgeting them for $200 million for this says something about the script. Got the preview here for you too. Let's go ahead and play that real quick. I'm looking forward to this. It looks very original.
There was a hunter in the Legion, a legend.
No matter who or what he is, he's after our bounty.
Make sure this is the right one.
It's her.
Good. Kill her.
Who are you?
Game was. I made a hoping.
I just need to know what in the hell is going on.
I think we might have stumbled into a war with one of the most powerful dynasties in the universe.
Why is this happening to me?
You are royalty. Your Majesty.
You are
Nice
in
effects in
for a
this.
surprise when you find out what I do for a living.
It's not what you do. It's what you are.
I want her found, and I want her dead.
Your Majesty's life is going to change.
Why help me?
Your Earth is a very small part of a very large industry. Right now, Barlem owns the title to Earth. Once you claim it, the Earth will belong to you.
I will harvest that planet tomorrow before I let her take it from me.
We need a plan. We need firepower.
In case I get the chance again.
You've been searching for one thing your whole life. And she's down there. Here we go.
You should have stayed dead.
Did that movie freeze up for you folks on screen? If it did, I apologize. I think the original one did too. Maybe too high a bandwidth for the quality. Last one here that I want to show you folks. And my personal favorite. Oh, by the way, the last one's going to come out on July 18th. $200 million budget. We'll see if the Wachowski brothers get it together. The next one is called Guardians of the Galaxy, and it has one of my favorite actresses in it. You've seen her on both of the Star Trek movies, Avatar, Columbiana. We all know Zoe. She's a wonderful actress. But this is kind of a comedy view, Guardians of the Galaxy, which is a little unusual for her, though I believe she plays a pretty straight part. Here we go with this. I think you'll like this. Reminds me of Galaxy Quest. except a little more serious. The budget for this one is undisclosed so far.
Drop it now!
Yeah, hey, cool, man. No problem. No problem at all.
Who are you?
Star-Lord.
Who?
Well, Star-Lord, man. Legendary outlaw. Forget it.
We arrested these five on Xandar. Check out the rap sheets. Drax, aka the Destroyer. Since his wife and family were killed, he's been on a rampage across the galaxy in a search for vengeance. Gamora, soldier, assassin, wanted on over a dozen counts of murder. Rocket, wanted on over 50 charges of vehicular theft and escape from lockup.
What the hell?
Groot, he's been traveling recently as Rocket's personal houseplant / muscle. Peter Jason Quill. He's also known as Star-Lord.
Who calls him that?
Himself, mostly. He's wanted largely on charges of minor assault, public intoxication, and fraud.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked. Hey, that's mine. You son of a... Hey, take those headphones off right now!
They call themselves the Guardians of the Galaxy.
What a bunch of a-holes.
Hooked on a feeling. I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. I'm hooked on a feeling.
Looked like all three of those tied up on me toward the end. I apologize about that to all of you. We'll take a look and see why that did that. Anyway, these are some of the movies that were considered the most risky for this summer and their budgetary reasons. So Guardians of the Galaxy looks like a little bit more lighthearted affair that I want to see. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's get into gameplay. We're going to do some Titanfall. I'm going to log out for just a moment. We'll log right back in and we'll be